this week on the Honey Break Experience.
Drew, did you get the bands off the duck already? Where's my bands?
There are no bands. Yeah. I remember when I got my first duck call too. This morning we had a good hunt with some old friends. Uncle Ronny brought some buddies he's been bringing up here for the last few years, Tommy and Mr. Bruce. And Uncle Ronny grew up here in Jonesville, and I'm real good friends with his nephew Chad. That's how I call him Uncle Ronny. And I've hunted with him for a long time. He's hunted different properties before I started managing Honey Break, and now I've become friends with Bruce and Tommy, and they're kind of a staple now whenever he comes down here. They're not going to miss that invite every year.
I remember last year when I came and we shot the show that came on, and old Mississippi was the cameraman sitting on top of the blind that we were in. And I didn't realize at the time how much my old man white hair shows up from a duck's view. So having seen myself on camera and the way that it shined this year, I decided to go by the little party place in Baton Rouge and buy some hairspray, so some colored hairspray.
Get in here where I can see it. Get in here where I can see it. So I can paint it up and do it in here? Yeah.
I had Drew paint my hair with a little black for the first day, and we had a better hunt with my painted hair than we did with it not painted. Now, I don't know that it really makes any difference or not, but it was kind of funny because I had Drew do a little camouflage on my hair to tone it down a little bit. We wouldn't scare the ducks off.
The Honey Break Experience is brought to you by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession. Dirty Bird Waterfowl Clothing by Browning. Gator Tail Outboards, taking you places you never thought possible. This is the Honey Break Experience.
Well, today was more like a teal hunt than it was a duck hunt. It was hot, balmy conditions here in Louisiana. A good strong south wind that turned out to be a pretty much bluebird day. We'll be sitting there cutting up, and all of a sudden ducks will start dropping the decoys. And when you see the sun hit them like they were today, and they're backpedaling over the decoy, that's what gets my heart pumping. That's what drives me. So, anytime we get to do something like that, especially like say sharing the blind with family or friends, that gets my heart ticking.
Good.
Get knock him out of here. Drop it.
Y'all in trouble now.
Hey, Tommy said, "Bow, kill him." Yeah, bow, get him.
One goal.
I'm trying to pick out a duck. I start laughing. Get him.
Honey Break Gun Dog Tips, brought to you by Loyal Brand Dog Food. If the question is trust, the answer is loyal. The question today is about forming bad handling habits. And Mr. Joe, as you know, the guides here at Honey Break, we hunt them about 60 days and we form a few bad habits. And that's just something, if you would, just explain a little bit about how you fix them bad habits that we form after the hunting season and how to prevent them bad habits.
Well, y'all do form a lot of bad habits, and most of it is on handling. Whenever you're working your dog in a blind, you want to handle your dog all the way to the bird, if you possibly can, if you can see it. And a lot of people, they just handle their dog to the area, and then they just let the dog hunt it up while they're looking at other birds, trying to kill other birds. But all that does is teach your dog that whenever he's going to do it a few times, after a while, he's not going to listen to you when you try to handle him somewhere. As soon as he'll get in scent, he's going to go on his own, and that's not what you want. So what we do whenever the dogs come back is I set up a pile of bumpers about 60 yards away, and I send him to it. And whenever he gets close, I stop him. And I start handling them away from them and back and around and just all over. I give them about 15, 20 casts. And what I'm doing is I'm teaching the dog that you're gonna go where I send you and not where you wanna go or what you see or what you smell. And that's how I break that habit. It works pretty good.
Yeah, and as I always say, you know, I love to watch a good handling dog, and that is your Honey Break Gun Dog Tip of the Week. Do you have a question about dog training? If so, please submit your question to us at Honey Break via social media. And if we choose your question during the show, we'll send you a Honey Break branded gift pack.
Got in the blind this morning. It's a little bit slower than we anticipated, but for this time of year, the way the conditions are right now, we are very pleased with what we got. The birds finally started doing what they're supposed to, and they quit jumping, shooting, and when I wasn't telling them to, so we ended up having a pretty good hunt this morning. There we did. Cat. Dead. Back.
I didn't shoot him. I'm trying to let you boys kill him.
When you get to know people, you know the personalities, know what buttons to push. So we cut up quite a bit when we get in the blind. You know, I take a lot of people from all over the world, and you know, on their first hunt, everybody's kind of just getting to know everybody. But when you take guys you've been taking for years, it opens it up for fair game for everybody. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Okay. If y'all would have seen that sucker, what he did, see how he stopped right there, so the elevator's down? Yeah. When they got right there when they first came over, it was unbelievable. They stopped and just went.
Yeah. Why don't you let me know?
Well, trying to let your buddy shoot something, right? I can tell you, if it was a buddy
They didn't kill him.
If it was a buddy hunt, there'd have been 4 of them piling right there, because there were 2 of them that crossed, for sure. That was pretty. That sunlight hitting it.
Drew, did you get the bands off the duck already? Where's my bands?
There are no bands. You know? Typical people from Louisiana, you get a strap full of ducks, slow, mild conditions, and we are very blessed to have what we got, and you can't please them.
Why is these mallards got wide bills too?
It would be a good hunt if we wouldn't have got if we got a band. Yeah.
I don't have any bands, and some of these mallards got wide bills. They freak looking mallards.
You said you wanted to shoot mallards. Those are Lake Charles mallards. Those are called smiling mallards. You didn't tell me specifically you wanted purebred mallards.
We'd have gone to a different blind than that.
Yeah, I thought you just wanted to shoot mallards. These are smiling mallards. Lake Charles
well, yeah, Lake Charles mallard.
What we have here, huh?
Well, I guess we have to live with what we can get.
Yeah. See? I remember when I got my first duck call too.
You were 8 years old, it was Christmas morning. Nothing like it, you never forget that, do you?
Actually, I was 6. We had to ride the hole a little bit this morning, but we got a good mixed bag. Enjoyed some good company, catching up.
Came out good.
If it was fast and furious every time, y'all get tired of it. Huh?
Who?
well, most people would. Not you, Uncle Ronny.
We really appreciate everything. And any hunt's a good hunt when you get out with good friends and you kill a few ducks. You don't have to always kill everything, but fellowship and friendship's what's all about. And being able to come enjoy Honey Break with Drew again is an honor and a privilege for us. And I'm glad to be associated with him and glad to see that he's doing so well with Honey Break, and glad to see that he's got a business going here that's pretty popular and a lot of people coming back year after year.
And a nice little string ain't too bad to add to it.
And a few little old smiling mallards here, not too bad.
Isn't that pretty?
Got a couple green heads in here with them.
And one headless teal.
And Tommy's half.
We're actually one half duck shy of limit.
We're half duck. We're one half duck shy limit. Again, it is a lot of fun coming out to Honey Break and being part of this experience. And as they say, this is the Honey Break experience. Appreciate that.
The Honey Break experience is brought to you by Mojo Outdoors. If it ain't magic, it ain't Mojo. War Eagle Boats, built for hunters who love to fish. Dodge Ram, guts, glory, Ram trucks. This is the Honey Break experience.
Two years ago, Cash perforated his esophagus, and I just about lost him. And he stayed in the ICU for 3 months. And last year, got him back, and he just wasn't the same. It took a while to get his health back. But I laid him off from hunt testing and stuff this year, and kept him at the house and just did fun stuff and let him build back up. And I think all that excitement of being in the pen all year long has got him fired up. He is definitely twinkle toes now. He's loves to go, and he's back to the old Cash like he used to be. He made some fine retrieves this morning. Some birds that said, "Oh, he'll never get that," or if you make that retrieve, that'll be the day. And he didn't let me down today. Find it. Come on.
Little Cash.
Good boy. Here.
Closed caption, provided by Dirty Bird Waterfowl Clothing by Brown. Coming up next week on the Honey Break Experience.
We're going to the Willow Pit this morning. We got a little southeast wind blowing about 15, 20 miles an hour. It's been calm for the last 2 days. This wind, I had them birds up moving around, stirring around, looking for something to eat. We're gonna get after them.
Well, it's freezing, the first day of the season. Yeah, when it comes to retrieving, old Duke's on his game. A John boat, a couple of mojos. Shoot, they gon' know that we don't play. Swampy feeling, some duck blind healing. Eyeball calling them old green heads back home. Keep your heads bowed, it's gonna get real loud when that 12 gauge choir sings out a holy song. Well, somebody say amen. Let's give 'em a black water baptism.